couple emails here, rad@radradio.com, as we get ready to talk to CK from the NorCal Bottle Shops. Hi, CK.
What's up?
Great to see you. We got this on Wednesday from somebody named Shelby. Says, I am currently sitting here drinking Rombauer Chardonnay thanks to the Folsom Bottle Shop and their amazing customer service. I went to 2 grocery stores and called 3 other places and no one had it. So I called the Folsom Bottle Shop, and the gentleman on the other line said, yes, they have it, and asked if I would like it put in the fridge so it is cold by the time I pick it up.
Wow, what service?
I was shocked that they are that thoughtful. As I was getting in my car to head to the shop, I get a call from CK himself. He let me know that the Folsom store doesn't actually have it, but he will have it there in the next 20 minutes. I was even more blown away that he was going out of his way to bring the wine to me.
Wow.
When he gets to the Folsom store, he tells me that he was on his way to Lincoln, and he found out the Folsom store didn't have any, so he quickly turned around, grabbed a case from his Rockland store, and brought it to the Folsom store.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And that's the newest of the NorCal Bottle Shops. How's the Folsom location going?
Phenomenal. It's been a great response from everybody. You know, people have been loving it, and a lot of maggots coming through. So, and she was a maggot.
Kyle loves it.
Yeah, I went in there last Saturday. It was a nice little shop, man. It's looking good.
So there's Folsom, Rockland, Marysville, and Carmichael. They're online at norcalbottleshops.com. That's a great email, but I think you might like this one better because it's from your family. Says, we just wanted to wish our dad, CK, a very happy Father's Day. He's truly one of a kind, and we are very lucky to be able to call him our dad. To all the rad dads listening and in the studio, we hope you have an amazing Father's Day weekend.
Oh, thank you. Love my kids.
Sweet.
Thank you.
So we're here to do another. What are we doing here? We're launching another. Is it when it goes on sale in like 18 minutes or something like that?
Yes.
All right. So
Oh.
what do we got this time?
So this is a Frey Ranch barrel number 2 that we did. This year.
But this is not the one that
Not
the show
one-
did.
No, not
Okay.
the one you and we all did.
Okay. So this is you and your team did this.
Yes. So this is 130.82 proof,
Oh.
65.4% alcohol.
That'll get you feeling good.
Yeah. So the mash build on this is 66% yellow corn, 10% wheat, and 11.4% rye, and 12% barley.
And as we learned earlier this week, because it was National Bourbon Day, as long as it's over 50% corn and it's made in
51,
America and it's in American oak barrels,
Yep.
it's a bourbon. And that's what this is.
Yeah, it has to be a new oak barrel, and as long as it's 51% of corn, and you're good to go. It can be called a bourbon.
So if you go to RADTV at members.radradio.com, you'll see the video of us putting together the bottle that we'll have in a few weeks.
Yes.
But it's the same process. So you go through and you start tasting various batches,
Yes.
and eventually you whittle it down. Now when we did ours, we had an 8 we started with.
Yes.
And then we got down to 2 that we couldn't agree on. That we were leaning toward. A few of us were leaning towards one, but we had a couple difficult people who were leaning towards the other one. My wife being one of them. And then we ultimately picked it. Do you remember when this one? How many you got? You narrowed it down to, or what you started with?
We were down to 3.
There was 3 that were in the running.
That were really good, but then this one just won out. We ended up doing like we did blind tasting. And that one ended up getting a vote from everybody.
And
I love their bottles.
And
They're
this
so
is
pretty.
this is the only bottle like this in the world. This barrel of bottles.
Yeah, that's it.
Because they take what you picked.
Yep.
And they put it in bottle. And this is the only time you'll ever be able to get this.
That's it.
And there's about 100 bottles available.
198 bottles.
Okay.
But you know, we're releasing some in store and some online.
So at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Now there are bottles available in each of the 4 stores.
Yes.
And online.
Online.
At
as well.
NorCalBottleShops.com. It starts at 9 a.m. and when they're gone, they're gone.
They're gone. They're gone.
Do they all have this little sticker on them?
Yes.
That's it says Rockland Rad.
Yeah.
Why do we get credit for this?
Hey, I mean, this is our relationship that we started from day one, and I want to make sure that everybody
Wow.
understand that we have a relationship.
That's amazing.
And you know, when I gave you when I brought the taste back, the bottle, and you really enjoyed it, so I figure get you in there with it.
I have tasted this at his Rockland store. So
She's so thoughtful.
and by the way, Dawn was commenting on the bottle. They do make beautiful bottles, and those of you that watch on Rad TV have noticed we're burning the Frey Ranch candles.
Love
Yes.
the candles.
They smell great. No, they don't smell like bourbon.
Which you shouldn't eat, by the way.
And I do want to mention, we were talking about the commercial break. I love little details, and I love it speaks volumes on a place when they think of everything. And it's so cute how they attach matches to the candle. No, seriously, like Yeah.
And
Convenient.
on the bottom
Yeah.
of the bottles, each bottle, it actually says, "Be good to the land will be good to you."
And having met them and been out there, they're an amazing group of people. They really are. And as I said when we were doing our tasting, if Dawn could only be there, but Dawn would ruin it because she would be so hyper focused on the farming side.
Yeah,
of it.
that's what. Yeah, absolutely. I'd be like, y'all do this. I'm gonna go over here.
I want to go try a little bit of alfalfa.
Yeah.
Hi, goats.
I want to go watch this part of it.
So the last time you were here, you were releasing an Elijah Craig bottle.
Yes.
And Dawn actually, who does not like Scotch, whiskey, bourbon,
No.
anything brown.
No, none of it.
Even you sometimes, CK.
Oh my god!
Yes, I was getting it. I was coming out of my mouth, but you beat me to it.
I figured it was better if I said it.
Exactly.
Damn it.
Come on, my friend.
But she, by the way, for those of you that aren't watching us on RADTV or haven't heard, yes, he owns liquor stores and he's Indian. He's the ultimate cliche. And he knows he's Indian. But Dawn liked that.
Yeah, I was really surprised by that.
Do you think she's going to like this?
I
and
think
what do you
she'll
what
enjoy
what
this.
should what do you want to tell us what to expect, or you want to taste it
No,
first?
let's taste it
All right,
first.
so,
you know.
Well, see, I smell caramel. That's
Okay.
what I noticed earlier.
So it's almost a 6-year-old bourbon.
It's pretty
So
color.
5 year and 11 months
in barrel.
in barrel.
Okay. So.
Oh man.
All right. What do you think, Dawn?
I don't know what's going on with me. Like, it hits me very strong.
It's the tongue. That's that 132 proof.
It definitely, I feel a burn, which that's my wussiness probably.
On your tongue or on your throat? Or both?
The top of my mouth.
Okay,
And
okay.
my throat. But it's not bad.
Okay.
Like, that's the weird
For somebody
part.
who's not a bourbon drinker,
bourbon
that's
person,
a
yeah.
pretty good start.
Is there like something fruity in here? Like something like
Well, you're in the room.
citrusy?
What are you guys tasting?
Vanilla.
Oh, okay,
Vanilla?
maybe that's what it is.
Some vanilla. I was
Caramel,
orange.
like Dawn said, yeah.
Orange rind.
Yeah, right?
So
Yeah, like citrus.
Yeah, definitely got orange there too.
I ended up getting blackberries.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Now,
Wow.
Brandon, in your opinion, how does this match up to the bottle we ultimately picked that'll be out in 6 weeks or so?
Well, initial reaction to this, I'm so grateful that we had the opportunity to actually visit Frey Ranch, because just the smell of this bourbon takes me right back to that ranch, and it brings back such great memories and just smelling the air,
was a great day.
the grass. Yeah. Anyway,
Jeez.
this is close. But it's not as good as the barrel we picked. There's something that happens with the
I
barrel.
agree.
There's something that happened with that particular barrel that we chose, that it almost creates an event in the whole experience. Like, it just transports you to another dimension. It's so good.
Very first thought when I took a sip, and that's why I had Dawn speak first, was the first thing I thought was, this is really good, but it's not as good as ours.
No, I
Close.
And I mean, this is great. This is worth
awesome,
the buy.
but at the same time, I felt the same way, that if that barrel had been there, that would have been our choice on this one. But that barrel was not available at the time because it wasn't ready.
Right.
And that's the whole point of it, is that not every barrel at the same age that might be put in at the same time is not going to be ready at the same time. You know, so it takes time for certain barrels, certain ways they're put in, you know, wherever it's sitting, to be ready. You know, the barrel that we tried, my God, it's phenomenal.
I can't wait to try your guys.
Well, it was so funny too, because when we were tasting our barrel, because you said on this one you got down to the 3 choices.
Yeah.
When we were tasting ours, when I got to the one
The
that
one we
won,
chose, yeah.
I
already
immediately
knew.
I said, that's it.
Yeah.
I said, it's not even close. And I looked at you, and you had one,
Chris
was it one of the
Dooley.
reps?
Chris Dooley, yeah.
And what he's a rep or
He's basically a representative of Frey Ranch now.
okay, we didn't want to describe. Oh, that's right. That's right. He works at
Yeah,
Frey Ranch now.
yeah.
I looked over at you guys, and you were like, "Oh, he knows his stuff." I was like, "Oh, I agree with the liquor guys," because and then we had the and Brandon, I forget, because you were at that. I forget. Were you one of the problem children that was
No.
wavering, or were you on this right away?
I was on this right away. It was like almost a unanimous decision between most of the people in that
Yeah.
room, except for 2.
Tony and my wife.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
And
Tony
they
was-
and the one they liked was the second best one.
Yes. I think
but
Ashley.
it was kind of like this.
Kobe's wife Ashley liked the second one as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
So maybe
the
it's a
other
girl
one.
thing.
Yeah.
Because Tony's getting older, so he's losing testosterone. He's becoming a girl.
Yeah, pretty much.
This one also, I don't know why. This takes me to the ocean. I have no idea
What?
why.
The
No.
ocean?
Yeah.
You'll end up in ocean if you drink the whole
I-
bottle.
I have no idea why, but yeah. I'm
From
just,
because it's not from a memory of drinking bourbon because you don't do
I don't
that.
drink it.
It's not. I don't smell the ocean.
No, it's not.
I don't
it's
taste
not-
fish.
Right? No, it's not fish.
Yeah, it's like vibes. I've been that drunk before.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, like
don't
where it's
know,
just
I-
like I feel as free as as a bird in the wind on this beach.
As you take the second
This-
sip,
Yeah, it softens.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the seven.
Oh my god, you still haven't taken
No,
a second.
that first one, I want to. The first sip is like, oh, a cigarette would be
Oh.
great with that burn. I mean, I'm not a smoker anymore, but I used to smoke when I drank. But yeah,
Cigar.
I'm
if I
trying
find
to-
out I have cancer and I'm gonna die,
but the second sip will
okay.
kind of.
I'm trying to remember what it was the last time you were here. And the last time you were here, we did the thing where you pour the bourbon into your hand,
Yes.
and you rub it, and then you smell it, and you get all
Then
these
you
different
get all
flavors.
of these, yeah.
I don't remember where I was going then, but I was going somewhere. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to smell like this. And right after we're done here, I'm going to see my doctor, and I'm going to be reeking.
No, I'm not an alcoholic.
Bourbon.
No, why would you think that?
Hello,
Yeah,
doctor.
that second sip was less bitey.
Yes.
We got a couple emails here, rad@radradio.com. Susanna wrote in and says, adult children would like to purchase a nice bottle of whiskey/bourbon for my husband for Father's Day. Not too expensive, but a nice bottle. Any suggestions in the $250 to $300 range? Wow, okay. What do you think?
Oh, we got plenty of plenty of bottles that are $250 to
Yeah,
$300.
and you don't even need to spend that much to get. What?
No.
Can you give us a price point on this?
So on this, for $129, you get the barrel pick, and you get our regular bourbon from Frey Ranch.
What?
So you get 2 bottles for $129.
Wow.
So you could
Do that.
compare it.
What?
Yeah.
Dude,
Wow.
you're losing money, I think. What?
Wow.
Okay, we're going to talk before we release our bottle.
Yeah.
129 bucks, you get this, a bottle you can't get anywhere else in the world ever again,
Yeah.
and a regular bottle, which the regular Frey Ranch is excellent. This,
Yeah,
the
it's
the
90
daily swill.
I would think
Yeah.
that bottle alone would be $129.
Yeah, but
Exactly. The regular
Yeah,
is 90.
just right there. Oh, wow.
So you're basically charging, what, 48 bucks for the 38? What?
no. So the regular bottle, it's 90 proof.
Yeah.
And it's about
Oh.
50 bucks.
It's about 50 bucks. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But still.
and it's excellent.
No, I would pay $129 just for the bottle.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I love that without the whiskey in it. I like the bottle.
Look, I'm not. Look,
so you add that whiskey, and then I'd be charging even more.
this thing's gonna sell out. What would the last one sold out in like 4 minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm not trying to do. What I would do is same thing I said last time. Buy 2 of them. One you never open.
Yes.
And one
That's
you
another
drink.
thing. A lot of people.
It's a collector's item.
The people that actually
Yeah.
do drink a lot of bourbon, that's what they'll do. They'll buy it in pairs because they want to keep one and then try the other, and then eventually, And by the way, liquor does not go bad. A lot of people think that, oh my God, once we open it, it's like a wine. 3 days later, it's going to be bad. You could actually, as long as it's a little bit over than half of the bottle, the liquor could sit there for 5 years and still does not go bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's like the guideline because I've got some at home that's like 10 years
Yeah.
and I'll go back to it. I'm like, wow, this is still amazing.
Yeah.
We got this email from Randall.
Hey,
Says,
Randall.
quick question, probably a silly one. I wanted to stop by the new Folsom location Saturday on my way home from disc golf. Jesus. But
Oh, leave him alone.
Had to put it in there.
I know. Yeah, you're right. He had to mention it. It's like CrossFit,
Yeah.
my vegan seminar,
Oh, I just finished doing hella gains.
And no one cares.
but no one. I usually will have my 7-year-old son with me. Are minors allowed in the shop?
Of course. We carry candy and we carry chips.
And soda?
Come on, my friend. Come on into my liquor
You have your child working in there most of the time too. You have a 10-year-old.
Child labor is all good.
That's the Indian in him.
I'll also be coming by
The
with a
real
minor,
Indian in them.
but it's going to be a guy covered in coal dust with large amounts of gold.
Also allowed.
Oh, yes.
By the way, on that note, Cindy says Rob's comment about something fruity in the room towards Queenie made me laugh so hard I hurt my lower back.
Okay, well, I'm going to bring it up with my therapist.
If you go to NorCalBottleShops.com, they are selling them online in about 4 minutes. Ashley says, hey, we moved to Idaho recently. I was curious if he ships here. You have some states on the west you do. Do you get to Idaho? Okay, because Nevada you ship to.
Yes.
Obviously, California you'll ship or deliver, depending on.
So Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona, Idaho, New Mexico.
If they order online and they're in the area at all, do they have the option of picking it up or having it
Yes.
delivered or shipped? But they can also just get their asses down to one of the 4 locations.
That's it.
And
or we could ship it to you.
and do all the locations open at 9? Or are they just selling them starting at 9?
No, we're open at 8.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So there's people literally right now milling around, bothering Nick at the Rockland Bottle Shop.
Yeah, phone's ringing off the hook already.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
sorry
that's
about that.
great.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
I love it.
I hate hearing that. Yeah.
This is the weirdest thing. Ever since I've had my uterus removed, there's a couple things that have stood out. I like color again. Like
Yes.
I'll do nail polishes with like bright yellow or pinks and purples, and I hated that before.
Yeah.
Hated. And then I can tolerate whiskey. I mean, it's only my second time, but
Yeah, you can tolerate whiskey. Let's see what shape she's in about 15 minutes. All right, David says, I got a question for CK. It's our 15th wedding anniversary. My wife loves whiskey. What's a good bottle for her as a gift? I mean, obviously, we're here, you got the Frey Ranch. This would be a great bottle.
That would be a great bottle.
But we can throw out some other. Elijah Craig's a great bottle.
Elijah Craig, Blanton's. If somebody really wants to go way up there, we got Pappy's at the Rockland location, and then a few others that we have.
Wherever you are, and then at Rockland Bottle Shop, which is one I go to the most often, Nick, you guys really know your stuff.
Yes.
And I mean, a lot of people, because we can name drop all day long, but if you walk into any one of the NorCal bottle shops, whoever's behind the counter is going to be able to take a tour of the best whiskeys and say, well, we got this, and sometimes maybe even you might get a taste of one. I mean,
Yes.
you never know. In fact, are you doing a tasting tonight?
Yes.
What are you tasting?
It's going to be a
tonight?
mezcal.
The mezcal is tonight at the Rockland Bottle Shop.
Yes.
All right.
And
that
then we
one's-
will be applying for our tasting license in Folsom.
Oh, good.
So that'll be coming on board here in the next couple months, and then we're going to set up a whole room back there because that store.
In Folsom
Wow.
too?
Yeah.
I know what you're planning.
Hold
in
on,
Rockland.
really?
Yeah. No, that's in Rockland. It's tap room,
Right.
But in Folsom, we're gonna actually have a tasting room where like it's this big
way.
that we'll have tables and chairs and
Awesome.
bar
that's
set up,
cool.
and you really got it. You guys really got to come visit.
That sounds
store.
like a
Yes.
video waiting to be
Yeah.
recorded by somebody sober.
Will there be snacks? Any food? Anything to munch on?
Yes.
I swear.
What?
Kyle.
Always food.
Always with Kyle, I swear.
Always the crackers.
I'm excited.
So we got this amazing bottle of Frey Ranch that's about to go on sale in mere seconds at the NorCal Bottle Shops and online at norcalbottleshops.com. Almost 200 bottles available. When they're gone, they're gone. They're available in store and online, and it is exceptional. Thank you again, CK.
It's always my
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Can't wait to have you back when we release our big bottle.
Oh my god! I
That's
can't
gonna
wait.
be
and
so
That was
Taste that again.
fantastic barrel.
crazy.
I
It
just
was.
got to say that.
And it was a fantastic barrel, and it was, as Brandon was alluding to, it was a fantastic day.
Yes.
And it's going to be so hard to replicate that.
Now I can't wait for you to have a couple of drinks out of that, and then to watch you put the whole mic in your mouth.
Oh yeah, that happens. As you can see, if you go to RADTV at members.radradio.com in the Frey Ranch video series, I
got
some
a picture
point,
of that too.
I know. We
all do.
I'm aware. I eventually start putting
Blackmail.
phallic things into my mouth. So.